live from the Combank Arena in Belgrade, Serbia. Give it up, everybody, Combank Arena. There we go, better, getting better, getting better. Argentina take on Denmark is our next match. We started this 3 days ago with 8 countries. Now only 3 remain battling out for $100,000 US. But way more important than that, they are playing for pride. 2 games left of this tournament. Things are only going to keep getting hotter and hotter, baby, as the day goes on. Confirmed for the final is Turkey. We just need to find out who is going to be taking them boys on. Is it going to be Argentina? Is it going to be Denmark? Find out right here in under 10 minutes time. But we spoke to the boys from Denmark earlier this week, and here's what they had to say.
Okay, so we are basically now off. We are basically now off until
we come back. Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So no anthems?
Yeah, anthem.
I don't know. I actually believe Denmark, Sweden, and France was the favorites to move on. France got a weird way here, I guess, but I believe that France, Denmark, and Sweden, if everyone played with the strongest lineups, would be the favorites. I guess you could argue that if Poland, Ukraine, and Russia also got some really, really strong players, if they put up the strongest lineup. But I mean, tournaments can sometimes interfere with that.
I think so, yeah. I think there is a couple of good teams, and then some teams I didn't hear about before. I think the Turkey lineup is like really strong, and I heard they have been boot camping for 2 weeks to this event, so I think that is gonna be a big task for us. Then we have the France and Sweden and Canadian guys, so there's a lot of good teams, but I believe we can win it all.
So I say, like, I feel I'm representing the country, the national pride. Whereas Rogue, I'm just representing myself and my team. But definitely representing your country is something else.
Like, national team is a big thing. A lot of countries love to sit at home and watch their team, even though they might not be the one who's contending for the title. Them making a potential upset or just having those star players finally being alongside some of the other players is just great. So I mean, I think like it has a special. It's just special to play in these kind of environments, and it has something that I think is great for CS, and I hope that it's going to continue.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to Belgrade Combank Arena. I've just seen these guys behind me. They're ready. They're more than ready. Can I hear you guys? If you're ready for the semifinals, we had some delays here, but now everything seems to be on the right way. We've just seen expectations from the Danish national team. We also have the Argentinians. They fired us up last night, definitely. We'll see if they're tired for this match after such a long quarterfinals they had. First of all, let me introduce the Danish team this afternoon in the second semi-final. First of all, Kadian, join me here at the stage. Kadian, ladies and gentlemen. You're on my right-hand side. Oh, left-hand side, I'm sorry, I saw it. Okay, next, it's Glaze. Glaze, hello, welcome. Snappy. Snappy. Veldev, player number 4. And completing the Danish lineup this afternoon in the semifinals, Glaze. Ladies and gentlemen, Danish national team competing for the final here at the World Championship. Before I introduce the Argentinians, they're full of emotions again. Let's hear from the Argentinians their expectations of this tournament.
Peru, we thought we could win easily, and it won that way. And Brazil, it was like a 50-50 because we didn't know the roster quite well. But I think we had a better team play. We knew each other a lot from other teams we had in the past, and I think that was what made us win.
We felt confident against Peru because we played them before, so we knew we had a equal level or better, and so we were confident there. But of course, the lag with the servers, the ping, and those problems. But we finally won. So then against Brazil, we knew it was gonna be hard when we saw the roster and we saw that there weren't any excellent players like the best from Brazil, Fallen, or the best even from Gex, like Steel, Pava. We saw that we could stand a chance. So yeah, we were also confident. Like we were not so much, but we knew we could do it. So yeah.
Well, we had 2 players from one team, 2 from another, and Johnny Boy didn't have a team. So we decided to, as it was such a big tournament for us, to quit all our teams or gave them a break to practice the last 3 or 4 weeks so we could fully practice for this event and try to level with the best in the world.
We kind of don't know because of course, we haven't played before, like with teams like this, like players like Canada, for example, or Sweden, France, Denmark. We haven't had that experience against those kind of players, so we don't know how our level stands against their level. But we're gonna see. I think the group stage, the format is gonna help us see how we're gonna perform, and maybe if we win, we are going to be more confident in the quarterfinals.
Well, I mean, of course, they should be better than us, and we are coming as an underdog, but we don't know it until we play against them, because we never did. We just played against South American teams, so we just don't know. We have a lot of confidence in us, and until we don't play against them, we won't know.
Okay, they're representing the rest of the world against the Europeans in the semifinals. Ladies and gentlemen, let me hear you. Big round of applause for the Argentinians. Definitely they will have a big support just like they had it last night. And here they are, ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Johnny Boy Munoz, Tutehen, Straka, MBL, and finally joining me here on the stage, it's Tommy Guardia. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthems of Denmark and Argentina. And now the national anthem of, I guess, Argentina. Okay, guys, good luck, shake your hands, and of course, the best team will win, and see you in the finals. Have a good fight. Back to you, Tom.
It's amazing, right? Absolutely amazing. Argentina taking on Denmark in a matter of moments. And you can see it means, and I know we've said this so much throughout this tournament, and I really don't want it to become a cliche, but it means so much to them. It means so much to Argentina, and looking at Johnny Boy there, it means so much to him individually, right?
When you look at Johnny Boy, you see that the whole thing you've been saying this entire weekend is so true. Like, he is teared up every time that national anthem comes on. And it's just like, it means the world to him. It's not like it means less to the others, he's just showing it.
Yeah. He cried yesterday when they had the anthem playing, and I'm pretty sure he wanted to keep his composure going into this one. But man, after the first second, it's like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like, it seems he wanted like to express his emotions, right, but not through tears. But in the end, national anthem, I would cry as well.
I nearly cried myself here on this desk, and I'm not even from Argentina. I nearly got going myself. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Now, we'll take a look at their team in a second. We'll bring up the Argentinian side so we can run through them player by player. How are you feeling about this?
Of course, we have to say, like, Argentina is the underdog in this one. Let's start off with that. But they're not a big underdog because they have done very well throughout this tournament. And Denmark, I talked to the players, they are not going to take this easy. They are not scared of them, but they're respecting them a lot.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think they wanted, like, they were aiming for that top 4 at this tournament, and they're basically in it. And they have a really tough opponent coming into this one, Denmark, as we all know. But for the lineup, from left to right, we have Johnny Boy, MPL, Straka, Tommy, and Tutahan.
Yeah, and just mentioning these guys, yeah, it's the semi-final. There's still to play for them, but I think they already won. Brazilian scene got elevated, and now we have like what 3, 4, 5 even Brazilian teams up there. You know, they're known, and Argentinians are trying to accomplish the same. And honestly, I think they're doing it.
Yeah, I think they're doing it. If I didn't already have 5 players signed to my team, I would sign these guys in a heartbeat. Just saying. And if anyone else is listening with an organization, they should go ahead and do that straight away.
Let's dream for a second, and Argentina go through to the final, and they win later this afternoon. What's that going to do for the individual careers of the players?
I would say pretty much everything for them, because we talked with them like before they came to Serbia, and they said like we don't really have any organization that is going to support us throughout, like for international scene. For Argentinian and Brazilian scene, they don't need that much of a support, but for international they need to for their travels, for whatnot, and they said this is great chance for them to get like recognized internationally or maybe get some sponsorship.
Yeah, and talking to Johnny Boy, I think after day one, he told me, I mean, after the qualifiers and the practice they had going into the LAN tournament here, and I think especially now, having a good result at this tournament, getting to the semi-final, they wanted to stick with this roster, make an actual team. So having this this good result, I think it helps them a lot.
And in terms of player to watch from Argentina, almost seems a silly question at this point, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Who are we watching?
Are
Johnny
we
Boy.
doing it all again?
Johnny Boy, Johnny Boy,
Johnny Boy, Johnny Boy,
Johnny Boy.
Like the rest of the team.
I think it's Johnny Boy, but I'm not.
Okay, cool.
No, but like the
We'll
rest of the team.
provisionally say we're going to keep an eye on Johnny Boy and maybe change it at a later date. Yeah?
Yeah, but you remember how we said after that win against Denmark that the whole team deserves the man of the match?
Yeah.
I think it's basically the same point. Yeah, Johnny Boy was amazing yesterday, but every single one of them had crucial rounds. You can do it.
It's
you
time
can
for
do
another
it.
sign, baby.
Yeah.
I'm going to make
I
another
think,
sign.
Yeah, Johnny Boy is definitely the one to watch, but any single one of them can pull off great plays.
Yes,
We
definitely.
don't have a graphic for the whole team, so at this point I will create it myself. Talk amongst yourself.
But yeah, to be honest, like it's spot on. It's spot on. They have some great players on that team. Of course, Johnny Boy being the star, being the guy that's most active on Twitter, being the guy who presents the team. Of course, he's going to be the one with all the facts as well. But as you said, they work as a unit. They work as a structure. They work as an actual team, and that is what you need to win world championships.
Yeah, and player that impressed me the most from Argentina.
Sorry
lineup was
guys,
actually,
I'm just going to interrupt you at this point. I've created the sign, which I know we're all excited for. Can I just get a drum roll, please, from the crowd, just as we build up to getting the sign? Come on, guys, I've built up the sign.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you. Are you ready? The player to watch is the whole of the team from Argentina. I created a sign. I made that. Yes. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to come and high five some of you.
Okay, stop, Tom.
Tom, get back to your seat, please. Tom.
Tom is an ass, and we will not be working with him again.
Reference game on point.
Yeah.
I think I literally got one person clapping for me, which is brilliant. I'm so sorry, Mum. This is my job.
You can clap my hand.
So sorry. Oh, right.
Back to the serious pitch.
Should we talk Denmark? We'll bring up their team on the screen for us to all have a look at now. Talk me through it individually.
Okay, so we have 5 players who are actually on a really high individual level and playing on good teams in Europe. We have first Cadian, who's playing for Rogue, the AWP and in-game leader. Glaive, who's playing for Heroic, together with Valde and Snappy. Snappy being the in-game leader on that team. Also secondary AWP. And last but not least, is Glaze, who's Cadian's teammate on Rogue. And 5 very, very talented individuals playing on such a high level in Europe.
Yeah, and mentioning Cadian as the AWP player and in-game leader for Danish squad, I think he also, like, a good mention for him is he played in Mouse Sports back in the days. He played for SK Gaming back in the days as well. And for all of those guys, like Valde, we know that he was performing like really good in terms of internationally on the ESL Pro League and whatnot, on other tournaments. And I mean, this lineup can do pretty much everything, it seems.
We saw it yesterday against Singapore. They had it quite easily on the first map. On Mirage, it was kind of hard for them, unexpected for me. I thought after Denmark took that best 2 so easily, I thought it was all over, but I think Snappy mentioned it in an interview. They made a couple of mistakes. We mentioned it live during the game that there's no way you can get mid-control that much. I mean, basically all the time, and you still managed to win only, 8 rounds?
And in terms of player to watch from Denmark, I need one. I don't want to have to create another sign. Just one player, please.
I'm going to have to say something that we haven't said a lot. We've been saying a lot about Katie and about Valdi, but I think Glaive will show up in this game, to be honest.
Yep. You think?
Yeah, I think.
Some reason?
Yeah, he's just a strong player. Like.
No, I'm kidding. Of course, I'll get you on that because, as we said, Cadian, I think he stepped up massively after the first day. We said that his AWP plays weren't on point and he was not hitting his shots at all.
Yeah, and it looks like that change that they made from Snappy to Cadian being in-game leader, it didn't only change that. I mean, Cadian started playing better. Snappy can now he can only go for the frags. He doesn't need to lead anymore, and it fired up actually Glaive and Waldy. So
yeah, definitely.
I think Glaive is playing better and better, and I definitely agree with you guys.
I've just heard 5 minutes time until Argentina take on Denmark. That is it, 5 minutes time for the penultimate game, not only of this day, but of this championship before we move into the final. 5 minutes time, baby. But before that, we need to have a look at the map veto. So we're going to bring that up on screen right now as we count down the maps to find out what we're going to get. And this has become more and more important, hasn't it, really, as we go to the third map. What can we expect?
Well, first of all, to look on it, I'm not sure who's banning first, but I'm pretty sure that Denmark is going to ban Overpass. That's just going to be my guess.
On the other hand, I spoke to Argentinian guys, and they were like, after that loss to Sweden yesterday on Mirage, they were like, no, Mirage is going out. We don't want to play it, and there you go. They didn't lie.
That's what we said yesterday, that they didn't really perform in the qualifiers against Peru on that Mirage, and it seems like it's just not their map.
I think they could have actually, I think they actually could have had a better showing on Mirage yesterday, but it seems like that Overpass, the first map, took so much from them. And on the other hand, Sweden had an amazing game.
Yeah, and here's ban for Denmark.
Yeah, Overpass coming in pretty much as we expected. They did not look good last time they played on that. Generally, Argentina looking quite strong at it as well, so it's a wonderful, wonderful ban for Denmark. Now we come into the picks, so we're probably going to see, I think we're going to see a train pick from Denmark, to be honest. They have the AWP players, they have the tactical advantage, in my opinion, and I think we're going to see a train.
Yeah, and I think Argentina really likes cash, so there goes the cash for them.
And you know what? I spoke to them today, and in the warm-up room, they actually saw Denmark practicing cash.
Yeah.
And this shows that Argentina is not afraid. They had a good game, a great game last night on cash against Sweden. And you know what? They want to test it once again. Even though Cobblestone was there, they decide it's going to be cash.
Yeah, but now Cobblestone is open for the third map, and that's going to be important.
Yeah.
And there we go, as I predicted, train is coming in. And now we're going to have two bans, and then we're going to be left with one map. What map do you think? Because I'm thinking Cobblestone.
Cobblestone is the last one.
Cobblestone is the last map, yeah.
Yeah, well, Argentina had, they played that Cobblestone in the final against Brazil for TWC qualifiers, and they did pretty well, actually, even though, as we said, Brazil didn't really have that much of a strong lineup. And it will be really interesting to see what they ban here, because I think they actually banned Dust2 and Train, because Train is now picked. And here's Dust2 ban for Argentina.
I actually thought there was no way Nuke is getting past this banning stage from Argentina. I expected Cobble or Dust2 to be the decider, but Argentina banning Dust2, it shows that they have more tricks down their sleeve. Yeah. We talked about that Overpass pick against Denmark in the first 2 days, and now they're going to leave Nuke in. I mean, that's something new.
Nuke is open for Denmark right now. So right now they're thinking about, okay, what are we going to do? And they're going to ban Nuke, and we're going to end up on Cobblestone. So we're going to have Cash first, then Train, and then Cobblestone, if needed be.
Yeah, you fixed your predictions from day one.
I know, man. I came back into the tournament, man. Just like France. Oh, not really. Not really France. Not really France.
Okay.
Sorry.
But there are so many things, we should take into consideration, even for the map veto and not the game itself, is that they already played. Argentina won that one, and like in real sports, it's kind of hard to defeat the same team twice in such a short period of time. On the other hand, like I said, I mean, Argentina had a really exciting but a really long game yesterday, and you know what? Denmark could have watched that one, could have studied it out. So there's a lot of factors going into the semifinal.
Yeah, there is a true on what you just said about you don't beat the same team twice. But I think if they played Overpass again, it would be really hard for them to like win against them again. But they are now playing different maps, and we like looking at it. Denmark definitely has more experience than Argentina, right? This is BO3. Upsets can happen in BO1s, but in BO3s, I think experience can overcome the pure skill.
Yeah, I agree, definitely. As Kadian said in an interview to HLTV.org, BO3 suit them way better than they suit like BO1 suit them, because there's always that chance to shed of that upset, of that random thing happening in a BO1. But in BO3, always, pretty much always, the more skilled team and more experienced team will come out on top.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but talking about skill, I mean, Argentina showed what they can do. I mean, when they're fired up, like they were on Overpass and on Cash, they have amazing individuals that can make amazing plays. Johnny Boy is just the first one, every single one of them. And the detail kind of caught my attention was the last round against Sweden yesterday in overtime on Cash. First, they tried that fast A play, didn't work out, completely denied by Sweden, and then they go for that kind of a B split through mid.
Yeah.
And in that moment, when they're in a third map, overtime, all that, quarterfinal, biggest game of their lives probably so far, you see that Sweden actually had a triple man stack on B, and you see that Molotov going into checkers. Yeah. You know they are serious when you see that much of detail in a situation like that.
We are so close now, literally a couple of minutes away. Prediction time, and this is a big one.
It's going to be hard. Well, I have one thing prepared, guys.
Okay.
I have one thing prepared, guys. It's a jersey. It's a Danish jersey. It's a Danish jersey. Just got to rep my boys at home, as you say. Got to rep them at home. Who are you cheering for, mate?
Well,
go, boys.
They didn't care for me, so I have no jersey. But but I want to see Argentines win this one. But I'll actually say Denmark 2-1.
Traitor. I gotta go against them, and I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna go all Argentina. Although I don't think it will be easy. I'm gonna say 2-1. For Argentina.
Here we go, it's go time. Argentina taking on Denmark to find out who is going to be there taking on Turkey. But before we start, it was only 4 days ago, guys, and I'd never really even heard of CS, and now I'm here. No, calm down, ladies. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. And I've really grown quite a big fan of one team in particular.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's coming off. Oh, yes! Johnny Boy, I love you. I love you. Have my kids. What? Got an erect nipple. Right, over to Jackie and Harold to get this thing going.
I'm done.
Thanks so much, Tom. You're absolutely right. I mean, that's what they're supporting over on the desk, but I feel like I'm a bit of an honorary Dane. I've only got one thing to say, Sonny. Come, sir, Denmark! Oh, everyone hates Denmark, of course.
No.
What about you?
I mean, the only team, Jackie, that is at this tournament and that is competing right now with their heart and their soul is the one team that the fans are behind.
And what is that?
Jackie, that's Argentina. And of course, we've got to show our support. I was considering ripping buttons off, but I actually quite like this shirt. Unlike Tom, I care. Johnny Boy, do me proud. All right, this is for you. I'm not biased though, of course.
Of course. Why would we be?
I'm just taking this off. I'm keeping Argentina. The colours are on.
Full Argentina.
I'll sell this shirt for at least a solid tenner. Get me home.
That's what it seems like everyone in the crowd is. Why don't you make some noise for those team boys? Who's out there? Argentina!
Come on, give some love, some real love. They can't hear you. You've got soundproof headsets on. Make some real noise.
Show them the support, guys. Get them riled up. Argentina!
They're a bit tired, actually. It's a bit late in the day, isn't it?
A little bit late, but obviously the game will be going underway very shortly. Sonny, I'm excited. You're excited. It's going to be such a great semi-final. These two teams, and interestingly enough, I mean, that factoid is that Denmark were previously beaten by Argentina in the group stage. So this team, they're coming in here off an amazing defeat of Sweden. Such a grueling effort to find their way to the semi-final, and this is that fairy tale story. They could actually make their way to the final here if they play like they did previously.
Yeah, absolutely. This could be an absolute stunner of a game. Now, I'm obviously hoping that this is going to be the 3-game series. So if we can just absolutely blow this one out of the park, that would be great. I mean, we've got such a crowd here. This crowd is absolutely packed out. The house is full. And I am ready for some serious Counter-Strike right now. And we are getting straight on into this one. So, Jackie, take us away with you. Let's do this, guys.
Look at this aggression here from Denmark early on as well. They want to try and gain that mid-control push round. Actually going to go for the counter boost. This could catch Argentina off guard if they're not switched on about this. They're going to try and get Cadian and Glace up. They will elevate them now and try and then control. Stracker, he's in that position just on top of Starladder, so he will get the information as they push past. But Johnny Boy caught off guard somehow! Finds the opening frag, Johnny Boy! What a sick reaction as he takes down Cadian. This is amazing. Stracker towards mid, unfortunately, can't quite find it out. Snappy will live up to his name, snaps back and takes him down. Elevated angle from Glaive as well, is able to round down damage from above and eliminates Johnny Boy. Unfortunately for Argentina, only 3 men left, working their way towards Zappy bomb site, but they equalize it. 2 and Hen blows Snappy out of the server. Sunny, here comes the B execute.
Yeah, this should be huge as Argentina. 3 versus 3, but they've got the 3-man onto B. They can attack and have a man advantage, but this has all been a ruse, Jackie. They had completely goofed those Danish players, and as they fall back into a retake situation, Valdi wants to get a kill, but he's not going to be able to get it off straight away. NBL's going to have to get in there, and these shots are missing. NBL finds the kill. The nades go through, and now the A-bomb site is under attack. 2 versus 3, and Argentina in the lead straight away. NBL still going for the kills, and Glaive can't find the shot. So it all comes down. The bomb plant goes in. It's going to be successful. 2 in an NBL. That's Argentina winning themselves a pistol round.
What a fantastic way to kick off the game as well. This puts them in a great position to try and link into these next 3 rounds with the economy advantage. Argentina, the start they needed, getting that hype as well. You can see how passionate they were when their national anthem was playing. Johnny Boy once again trying to get into that zone, and they seem like they've been able to find it.
Oh, absolutely, Jackie. This is the exact start Argentina needed. The aggression comes out from Denmark, and when you see that no-respect play, you have to sort of be a little bit worried. But Argentina are unfazed. Johnny Boy spinning around, finds the headshot with the Glock in hand. And from then on, I felt sorry for Denmark, because Argentina right now are just proving why they are in this semi-final slot to go into the finals. Glaive taking a bit of a cheeky peek here. The question is he going to be rewarded, or is he going to be taken down? It's not going to be the second one, but it isn't going to be the first one either, as Tootin finds himself a bit of Glaive action. Opens this one up into a 1-man advantage for Argentina.
Yeah, nice way to kick off the round there. Unfortunately, they've rotated over now, so they've got that 3-player stack towards A. This is going to be that A execute from Argentina, you'd imagine, as they also send 1 player through mid. Just going to be tiptoeing through, has that elevated bit of information, the lay of the land, if you will, so we can scope out. And that's Johnny Boy, UMP in hand. Unfortunately, Cadian has the range advantage with a scout, gets a fantastic tag off, wants to try and go back for more, actually got another one. A little bit of follow-up damage coming out. The Deagle on Valde as he wildly hammers away, but it won't work out. Johnny Boy was just too fast and too furious and finds the headshot with the UMP.
Yeah, the tag's coming through now. Johnny Boy still pushing forward with that Grand Prix in hand, and he's going to be absolutely doing damage. It's only 3 players remaining now, and Denmark on this force buy. Well, they've done a lot of damage. There is not enough done for them to be able to guarantee themselves around. Johnny Boy going to be able to hear this push coming in from mid. Glace with the CZ in hand has been heard. He's been spotted. He's been killed as Johnny Boy disembowels him, taking his head clean off of his body. Now just Snappy and Cadian, a UMP and a scout to save. Is this worth going for at this juncture? I don't think so. If they take these into the next round, they have an opportunity, but Cadian peeking out, getting tagged up, is going to have to fall back, and Snappy, he doesn't want to take this fight versus Johnny Boy, who's been a monster so far, and he's not showing any signs of stopping. Spotting out the head, it's going to be Snappy taking down 1, although he looks like he wants to fall back, make a bit of money with that UMP, and get out of dodge. That is the strat right now for Denmark, and that's exactly what pays off as both players head over to B, hold on to those weapons, and taking them into the next round. That gives them almost a free buy.
Yeah, great as well, because Argentina only losing that 1 player in Johnny Boy late into the round. He had already got a load of frags with that UMP, so his balance is going to be fairly healthy. Whereas Denmark, not really forcing out too many rebuys. Argentina will still have an awful lot of economy going into this, and Denmark, without the they invested that full force into it. They know they can get that buyout anyway, but it just didn't really work out how they wanted it to. This is a little bit better now. They find another frag on towards Stracker, trying to help out Snappy a little bit. And it's just going to be another round of domination coming out from Argentina now, as Denmark have to save this one.
Yeah, saving onto those 3 rifles and taking down Snappy, who had the armor, is an absolutely massive point for Argentina if they want to guarantee themselves no friction into this next round. Of course, 2 rounds up now, and it's going to have to be the full save coming in from Denmark here. They only have the scout and Cadian to play with, but that being said, we know that he can do work with it. He's definitely a formidable player when you give him the opportunity, so this should be pretty exciting. Snappy has got himself a 5-7 on a flashbang to play with, but that is it. It's going to be the A stack coming out, so let's see if Argentina can deal with this one as efficiently as they've dealt with Denmark so far. By keeping 3 players alive in that last round, they keep their economy in a strong point, and with Tommy moving forward, AK-47 in hand, and Jack Knight as a frontside Misty, ready to take heads clean off as Tootin is the first man in. Valdi goes down, looking for more heads, but it's not going to come just yet. Instead, they're going to push in as Glaive does find himself 1 with a USP. They may be aware that there's somewhat of a stack, but Stracker doesn't care. Takes down Glace. And this is going pretty swell for Argentina so far, but they do need to be very careful. It looks like they may have realized this stack is in play, and they are just falling back, playing the safe game, and I like to see this from Argentina. Don't just go in and go ham.
Yeah, there's no reason to continue on with the commit right now after the fact they got the read on the site that there is a stack. They will keep the damage up though. Stracker knocking Snappy down just a measly 19 HP. They're forced to switch out weapons. He was obviously playing that close angle with the 5-7, which is very powerful, but now has to give it on towards Glaive as he has that extra little bit of HP, can possibly find something to work with it. They will return to that aid take. They've got a lot of utility. They can smoke off short, use those flashbangs out, and allow Johnny Boy to peek from door here, which really is that key play. He does have the bombs. You'd imagine he'd drop that back and then try and get that entry frag for the rest of his side. He's got a bit of information as well here. I believe he just spotted out the head of Snappy. But here comes that execute now, working their way up, and they will start going off the back of the short smoke. Can they find the frags? That's going to be the important question. Snappy on the close angle doesn't work out, is taken down. Stracker with a follow-up frag as well, and this should be the third round for Argentina.
Yeah, Cadian once again in a safe position with that scout in hand. But Jackie, he saved it too long. It's now an antique. He's got it in his grandmother's bedroom, and it's just sitting above the bed looking pretty because that gun isn't doing anything anymore. It's rusty, needs a clean, and that's not going to work out too nicely for Cadian. So he is going to hold on to it, moving it into the next round, but they have enough money to buy, so it shouldn't be too much of a detriment. Maybe if he throws that over to someone, he can buy himself an AWP or something. I don't know. Whatever the strat's going to be for Denmark. But this is 3-0 right now for Argentina. They've got themselves into a great position, and if they can keep going like this, they're really going to be able to put the pain through onto these Danish players. This really is the clash of the world. Argentina on one side, Denmark on the other, and they're coming together right now, and it's Argentina on top.
Yeah, and this is where it starts to get serious. Into this full rifle round, both teams will have money to get that buyout, and they can do what they will. Cadian is obviously contemplating what he's going to go for here. We'll see what this out, I think. It's going to be interesting. It's a very mobile weapon. You can get those initial tags. He's done a great job, especially towards mid, of going for those cheeky little peeks out, transferring an awful lot of damage early on to Argentina that helps out Denmark later on into the round, but their economy situation off the back of losing the pistol just didn't help them out too greatly. But it's not going to matter. This is still a very viable weapon into this. But meanwhile, Argentina, all-out aggression towards B, it seems, and they're actually just going to go for the flashes over and then jump around the corner, just try and take the fight early. Lots of use of smokes to try and confuse and mind trick Denmark a little bit. They go for that elevated boost, get one player just sitting over in vent so he can hold out. He's going to be aware of what a TV dinner feels like now, Sonny.
Yeah, no mid control at all, which means this position by Glace is very, very powerful. He has a free opportunity to try and get himself a kill here. May have been spotted there, but falling back, it's going to be 3 players over towards that B bomb, so the push will finally come in. Cadian to open it up, finding himself one quick headshot, and Glace now working his way through checkers, trying to find a kill. He's going to find MBL, takes him down. Johnny Boy going for the trade, but it's not working out just yet. He needs to wait for his teammates to get in, but the bomb has gone down, and Johnny Boy taking down Glace, and now this round becomes viable. 3 players versus 4. They're all coming from very similar angles. 2 on upper. It looks like Valdi doesn't want to go towards mid, so he's going to have to risk it. Oh, no, he's turning around. He's doubling back, and he's getting over towards the vents. This is a nice plant, all planted for checkers, so as long as they can hold, this should be all fine and dandy. Tommy in position on the bomb site, undetected, finding himself 1, now looking for the second, going to be spraying down, but Glaive finding 2, and the double kill comes in now. Glaive finding himself, Tommy, it's all onto Johnny Boy, the man himself, and he's going to be taken down. Valdi finds the kill, and that is no rounds for Denmark. Argentina win by bomb plant.
No, not enough time, unfortunately. It took so long. They came off to try and aid their teammate, and they find the round. Look at the passion here. Everyone's standing up, riling up the crowd. Argentina thriving off the energy.
I love it, Jack. I love it. This is absolutely the start that Argentina needed. This is the perfect way to get themselves into this game, and they have done it excellently. Although that last round, I mean, you could say it was a proxy win. At the end of the day, that's 4 rounds up, and Argentina, they're going to be doing damage to the economy of Denmark. If they win one more round, they're going to be taking themselves against an eco. Although Denmark have found themselves the buy into this one, of course, keeping 3 players alive. They have plenty of guns to play with. The AWP out now on Cadian. He's going to have to go up against all AKs, but NBL through the smoke, and Cadian is going to hit the deck harder than the Titanic hit the bottom of the ocean.
That was such a great read as well. They know that Cadian likes to go for those aggressive plays towards A main. They just held back, spammed into the smoke. He didn't go in early. You could see he wanted to. The call was made, just holds back, plays off information, goes for the spam, expecting a push to come in to try and gain control of the map, and just takes him down instantly. An absolute execution. Glaive needs to go huge here with the backup of his teammate in Glace. They do find a frag to equalize the situation at 1-1, but it's going quite hard now as they try and hammer in. Glace will get the follow-up on towards MBL as well. Tommy is able to slip through, but it could be too little too late.
Yeah, absolutely. Tommy forced out of position. He's going to have to go towards the vents, but he may be able to get a quick click onto Valdi here, spotting out 1 player, spraying down the next. He does find the kill, but the trade comes through now in a 2 versus 3, and no kill for Snappy. That's going to be Strucker getting himself onto the site in a 2 versus 2. Now the bomb will be going down over towards A, planted for A main.
And moving into A main is going to be Stracker. It's Johnny Boy once again alive, but this time AWP in hand. He's going to spot one, but he can't take him down. Glaze gets the headshot, and now it's all onto Stracker. He's got the bomb plant for him. If he can get this into a 1 versus 1, he has a very good chance. But Glaze on a 3K already. The confidence will be high. And this is a very tough round to win, but Denmark need to get a hurry on. They don't want to see a replay of last round. Interesting position by Stracker. You wouldn't often see it. Normally you'd expect the peak coming from the right. Definitely not the middle of A main. He's going to go for the spam down here. He needs to get it. There it is. Glaive goes down. Low HP goes for the spray, but he can't quite find it. And Glaive going to get on the bomb, but does he have time, Jack?
Just towards the end there, will he be able to pick it up? So close. Argentina, what a play coming out from them. Went from that initial peak, just centimeters off from getting the round, and that was just huge individual skill. Barrels of impact frags attached to Glaze. This man is looking on fire.
Yeah, but Johnny Boy can afford the AWP here, so if he wants to pick it up, there is definitely a viable opportunity for him to grab onto that one. Problem is, the rest of Argentina, not too much ammo. Here's that kill. Cadian going down with the AWP in hand. A really nice bit of play, and there we go. We do see the buy coming out. Johnny Boy, he came up to us in the bar last night, Jackie, and he said, what do we need to do? And we said, get your AWP out, and you'll do quite well. But this time it's not going to work out. Cadian takes him straight down, going for even more, as the smoke will fall. But Cadian straight on through, taking no prisoners. He's going to have to fall back in the end as Striker spots him out, and the AWP is recovered. But it's a great start into this one from Denmark by Cadian taking down Johnny Boy. They gave themselves a great opportunity to get into it.
A nice way to kick off the round as they execute Johnny Boy. And now Denmark can just hold back a little bit, play off these close angles, just complement each other in crossfire setups and wait for the push to come in from Argentina. You've done the hard part, getting that initial frag. Now you're always going to have your hand on the steering wheel throughout the rest of this round. You can see Argentina as well, a little bit limited utility left, only on Tommy and NBL. That's not fantastic. If they want to go for this late round play towards the B-bomb site, as right now they're just waiting to see if a peak will come out for any of the Danish side, it's going to be hard. They can't smoke off the angles efficiently enough. You know, if they don't go in off that first push, they're going to be left absolutely bone dry without anything to aid them on those next few pushes. And look at the position from Snappy as well. Once the information's given to him, he can turn around and just absolutely brutalize anyone that's there. Cadian has that angle covered as well. He can now relay that to Snappy. This is going to be a bloodbath when they try and push their way into the site. Just waiting, biding his time to go for that execute. Wants to see the smallest pixel, the smallest fraction of an Argentinian player before he goes in. But there's the opening frag. Stracker will land the headshot on towards Cadian. Great way to kick it off, but are they aware of Snappy's position? It's such a massive power play. This could be the catalyst that gives Denmark another round. He comes in, takes down Tommy, hungry for more as he hammers back on that trigger, trying to find the frag on towards Stracker. Will do so, executes him as he goes for the wall bang. Nade rolls in towards the site, transfers a lot of damage as well. It's this dynamic duo, NBL and also Tootenhen, but they have to find the frags. They're going to be trapped there, zoned off. They can't get into those after plants. They have to fight from the site.
Yeah, this is a very tough position to play through. The flash will go in and it catches out both of them, but it's a bit of a team flash situation, so that's extra time onto the clock for Argentina. No spot coming through, no kill coming through, but finally a kill comes in. Tooten now all on his own. He's going to get tagged up, but the frag comes in finally, and Glaze going to take him down. And once again, Denmark with a very, very successful retake.
Yeah, retakes have been looking on point right now from Denmark. It's only been that one slip up with communication where basically they came off the one to go for the peak, and that was the only round where it really went too wrong for them. So they're trying to keep this little bit of train going. This is good as well, because if they would have been reset there, it would have gone a whole lot worse. Argentina, though, the only unfortunate factor is the economy is now burst, the bubble is gone. Left to just go to an eco into this one. Hopefully we just see a bit of a shock and awe style play. It seemed like Denmark are getting used to that early aggression and being able to find that that initial frag. If they overpower them, just go towards that site where Cadian set up. He really does crumble if he gets overwhelmed by that early push.
Yeah, absolutely. What they need to do is stop Cadian getting confident. This could be really bad as Cadian going to take the first kill onto Stracker, make it a double kill and looking for even more. He's not going to be able to find the third because he was flashed, but he goes for the fourth anyway and he takes down Johnny Boy. That is a great round there for Cadian, and this is exactly what I'm saying. As soon as Cadian gets warmed up, he gets the energy, he gets the blood flowing through his veins, he becomes an absolute monster, a god of cash, and he is going to be destroying if anyone comes in his way. They have to take that confidence away if Argentina want a chance.
Yeah, unfortunate from there, obviously, just trying to get that round over with quickly, just go for a very explosive style of CS. Barrage your way into the site, try and intimidate your opponent, but Cadian just looked on point, and he had the backup of his teammate as well to find those other two frags when he was blind. So great play, good communication coming out. Argentina now, seeming like they might just go back to that A-take. They found an awful lot of map control when they went for that early door burst, just coming out in towards the site, using those smokes to zone out the rest of Denmark. They didn't know how to deal with it. Their door control's been fairly lax, but they take a lot of main control into this one. This is good initiative from Denmark here, trying to change things up, and it's absolutely thwarted the idea behind Argentina's play.
Yeah, absolutely. They can't risk the boost. if they have no control on A main, they have no buffer or timings to play with. Glaze is going to be the man on mid, trying to get something done, but he's got the support of Cadian, which is the most important factor here. Cadian going to be smoking out of position just to give anything away that he can. He's going to go down, but the trade should be coming in at some point, but Glaze smoked out, can't do anything. Luckily, Glaive is in position to do some work, and Valdi up on high now. Needs to be taken down. He will find a kill before Straka will eliminate him. Now in a 2 versus 3. The next kill is essential. But Straka completely detected. Glaze going to take him down and keeping 3 players alive. Denmark even it out to 4-4. We need to see the AWP on Johnny Boy, and we need to see him do something.
Yeah, it needs to come back in. Obviously, the cash flow as well is still, it's not helping that. Into that previous round, they tried to go for it, instantly shut down by the extra bit of control that Denmark are going for. And this is what Argentina can't deal with. They're still going for those aggressive plays that worked early on, but now Denmark have realized that game style. They're just going for the push, countering them very easily in the first few seconds of the round, and everything goes wrong. Argentina get destabilized just a measly few seconds in, and it's not working. You can see this confidence coming out. Just go for a slow play, hold your angles, and take Denmark down when they go for that opening push. They're only 4 to the Deagles into this round as well, so it's going to be hard for them to achieve too much. Valde getting very confident here as he pushes out.
Yeah, as I know you like, Jack. We have got a deco coming through, and Valde to open it up takes down Tommy. So far, no Deagle work coming in. And I don't see too much going down in this round. It should just be Denmark cleaning up, making a little bit of cash, and they shouldn't be losing any players. They need to keep all alive, and that's what they're doing so far. Tottenham going to be going down, and so 3 versus 5 now. It is all on the Deagles, but so far no work really coming through. It's going to be Denmark taking the lead here, taking themselves a 5th round. And from there, they just need to build off of that lead. Of course, the scramble for the first 5 rounds always is key. Striker not going to be able to get anything. It's all on Johnny Boy now to do some work. He's going to find himself 1 Deagle headshot, but he can't find the second. Snappy going to take him down, recover that Deagle for himself, and only losing 1 player. The pause comes through from Argentina. They have a sound problem in TS.
Yeah. Thought that might have been actually a bit of a very early tactical pause, but they will just be working on that, get that sorted, and we'll be straight back in. Obviously, as well, they have money going into this following round, so they should be pretty invigorated, ready to just try and shut this down. But Denmark, it's just constant aggression. That's all they're being able to best them on. They go for that early pick, they get the opening frag time in, time out. If Argentina just hold their ground, go for a very slow default, even just split and pick, set yourself up with a 2-1-2, and just hold those angles, wait for the first push to come in.
Yeah.
I mean, Denmark have consistently taken main control over and over and over again towards that A bomb site. Stop trying to take the fight to them there. Just allow them to gain that map control and just try and work the fight later on. You don't have to try and gain that. You know, they've not really gone for these A takes. They found a lot of success early on towards B as well. Return to that. Just back off, and no Cadian is going to be going for those over faces. If you can try and gain that mid control here as well, they would completely shut all of this down.
Yeah, absolutely. It absolutely comes down to, can Argentina stop Denmark getting away with, I mean, audacity, really. They're just going everywhere and taking advantage of those Argentinian players. And once we see that come through, I mean, look at the economy here for Argentina. They definitely have enough money to get an effective buy-off, and we are going to be seeing that all come back out. So the question is, are they going to go for a double AWP? Because that is the perfect way to play against aggression. Take out 2 AWPs, take out a loan from the bank, and just pressure every single point you think Denmark might push. Hold it down with an AWP, give them no opportunity to get through, and that's the way that they're going to beat this. Whether that's what they're talking about now while they sort out their team speak, I don't know. But as soon as we start seeing them take advantage of Denmark, then we're going to be in great waters. You can see the admin there just sorting things out on the stage. So while they've got the headphones off, I'd just like to say vamos.
Nice, mate. Get some energy behind them.
Yeah, well, that was said energetically, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Vamos.
I feel like it was.
Vamos.
I feel like you put enough into that.
Vamos, Argentina! Is that better? Sound like a pirate?
Yeah, pretty good, man. It did sound a bit like a pirate. There was a lot of that behind there. Very R.
Sorry.
Yeah, but Argentina, obviously, they came into it looking good off the back of the first few pistol rounds. They were able to pick up that great first scrum round as well, just because of the mistake of Denmark. But ever since then, that's been when they worked out that it was just the over-aggression. It was just them pushing in. They've been countering it time in, time out. Argentina, if they're able to switch things up now, throw that on their head, they should just lock it down.
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as we see them starting to, as you say, lock it down, then we're going to see them coming back into this one. It's not gone at all. This is 5-4 right now. Denmark, while they are in the lead, this is early days in the game. And this is the best of 3 as well. So Argentina, they do have the first pick. This is their map. And so going on to the next map, we need to be seeing Denmark? Is that a word? Denmark, of course. Really dominating. But right now, this is close. This is very, very close, and this can go really either way. So whatever Argentina want to bring to the table, they need to come alive right now and just show, okay, had a bit of a slip up, 4 rounds, doesn't matter. We're going to get back into this now. We're going to get back in. We're going to put our AWPs in your face and then just start pushing them in further.
Well, no, that's what they need to do as well, is basically just hold crossfire setups. Play that 2-1-2. If you just hold your angles, basically, early into the round, get a player boosted on top of Starline, which is the little red box in towards mid. Have him just sit up there and hold that, so they can't go for any aggression towards mid. Glacier and Glaive have basically just been sitting, focusing towards upper every time, and then just going for the one smoke that goes out. They never go for that mid aggression, so you can just leave him up there, have him to just hold the angle, and just see what goes on from there. And then you can just have the other two players set up towards B, sit in Sunroom, and just basically have that locked down. Cadian always goes to that first initial phase. If you can bypass that, smoke over, sit in Sunroom, you have that angle covered, so when they try and go for the push behind like they've done in the past, you get those 2 frags for free. Then you have B control early into it. It's the same with A main as well. It's always the double peek. They go for that first initial flash, smoke in, try and gain control of main. You have no reason to contest that early game. Even we've seen Argentina going for that when they have weaker range advantage as well, which is why they're getting punished because of it. Just hold that crossfire and they should be fine.
This is the thing. So while I want to see Argentina start stopping that push, I'm slightly worried that as soon as they do that, Denmark are just going to take advantage and start going mid, start going B, start just taking advantage in other areas of the map. Now, Jack, we've heard from the analyst desk, but I want to hear from you. Has anything surprised you so far this tournament?
Anything surprised me?
Yeah.
If anything, it's got to be the performance of Argentina. That's the one team that, you know, coming into it.
Did you watch the game?
Huh?
Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
You did?
It was
what was your favourite map?
Very emotional experience. Mirage, probably, because it just kind of showed the difference where they were just able to get shut down, but then instantly bounce back into it. And it's interesting to see that they weren't crushed by that. They kept their heads in the game. They basically took it as a series of best of ones rather than a best of 3, where you might see other teams, you know, they get down the dumps because it was such a defeating scoreline, but Argentina mentally were absolutely fine.
And winning in 2 overtimes must be absolutely exhausting. I can't say if I've ever done it myself, Jack, because I haven't. Unfortunately, I'm not very good. But I mean, how you can come back into that from losing Mirage. Maybe they just wanted to get Mirage out of the way. They knew they weren't going to win, so they just thought, guys, I want to get to bed. I want to hit the bar, have a few drinks, apparently on me, and really just get back into it. But, I mean, either way, they really did come back. And, I mean, the last few rounds, it was 15-12, and Argentina came back. And I have to say, the atmosphere here was absolutely magical for the few people who stayed. And I can't say anyone didn't enjoy it. It was just an experience. And if you missed it, well, what can I say?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. And obviously coming back into today as well, looking quite dominant into the first few rounds of this. Hopefully they start to pick up the pace. As you said, this game is nowhere near over. It's very early days, that first half as well. Usually Argentina perform a lot better on their CT half from what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, that's when Johnny Boy can really have his opportunity. Now, he is one of those AWPers where it's hard to describe. It's quite a different style. So it's more of a hold an angle, take the kill every time. Whereas, you know, with an AWP like Cadian, he's just all over the place. So it's a lot more difficult to have that AWP on AWP action. You can't contest directly. But, Jackie, we have just got the news that the map is going to be going live pretty soon. So we should be getting back underway. And I do want to see Johnny Boy back on the AWP, doing some work. 39 frags in the last map yesterday night. And I think that's pretty insane on its own.
Yeah, I mean, he is that catalyst. He always was. Throughout the qualification phase, when they were able to overpower Brazil to actually make their way to Serbia in Belgrade to try and play for that title, he was the main man. He was the one just ripping for everyone, absolutely annihilating with the AWP, especially as we were saying on that CT side. He's very good at holding those angles and getting great flicks coming out when he needs to hold those angles. His aggressive AWPing still works amazingly, but it's just not quite on the level. I mean, it's literally, this man can single-handedly hold a site, especially on cash. This is going to work out really well.
Yeah, but Argentina, they need to get the confidence back in. As much as it is that they're losing tactically because Denmark are overpowering them, they're also a very, very morale-based team. They need to get into high spirits. They need to get alive and talking, cheering. You saw after that 4th round win, Johnny Boy was just off of his seat and potentially off of his face with excitement and elation because, you know, when they win hard, and they win through passion and love for the game. And honestly, I don't think I've ever seen such a good game in my life, and especially being here in person just made it all the much better.
Yeah, because that's the thing as well. You know, when you have the flow of the crowd behind you and that energy, that roar, that really does come into your play style. It helps you win those 1v1s because, I mean, Counter-Strike is confidence. Without confidence, you've already lost, and it really does get you riled up. You can go for any fight. You will take the battle and start picking up those 1v1s just because mentally you believe you can take the fight there, and that's what Argentina had yesterday. You could see it early into this as well, just encoring the crowd, wanting them to rile them up after they picked up that round where Denmark couldn't go for the defuse. That's what they need to continue on with.
So guys, if you want to get involved at home, of course, you can head over to Twitter and you can use the hashtag TWC2016. And if you're voting for Team Argentina, you need to type hashtag GoArg. If you're voting for Team Denmark, you have to say hashtag Let's Make a Den.
Kom så den.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kom så den. It's like a sardine.
It's Kom så den. Or Denmark.
Kom så den, my lord. Kom så den.
That's a different thing entirely, mate.
Is it?
Yep.
I thought that was Danish. I thought that was a Danish folk song or something.
No, obviously there's the salty east-facing beach in the Danish national anthem.
Of course. What else would you have facing east in the Danish national anthem?
But I'm assuming it won't be too long before we actually get underway. But you never know. Maybe this is like a podcast now. This is what we've come into. So hopefully we'll find out.
Well, hopefully, yeah. If you do tweet and using the hashtag TWC2016 and at eFragNet, you can actually see your tweet on the screen live. So if you have something interesting to say, or if you're just angry about something in general, just make sure you tweet and you can be featured on the stream. You'll see yourself up on the big board, and everyone at home will also see you and see what's going on, well, in life in general, really. It seems the players, however, are putting their things back on. They're getting their in-ears in. They're getting the overheads on, the soundproof. So I think we might be pretty soon going back into this one.
You'd hope so.
Yeah, I would.
We're unaware, of course.
Mm. Who knows?
Who knows, really?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, but shouldn't be too long now. Obviously, a fairly interesting map pool as well going into this. It is going to be Cash first, then moving on to Train secondly, and Cobblestone as our grand finale, if they make it to the whole hog, all the way to the third map.
Do you know what could be fun?
What?
Guys, if you want to join in on a raffle, you can tweet at eFragNet using the hashtag TWC and say how many minutes you think it's going to be until this goes live. So tweet at eFrag, hashtag TWC, and let us know how long you think it's going to be. If you get it right and you say the right time it's going to restart, then I'll give you a free energy drink.
Nice, man.
I'll give you a free energy drink. So make sure you do tweet in and say what time you think it's going to go live for the opportunity to win a drink.
Yeah. This is always grand. Love this.
Grand finals.
Yeah, semi-finals, actually, mate.
Grand
finals
semi-finals.
next.
These are, of course, the grand semi-finals. Let's not forget. So they're no schmucks semi-finals. These are the real ones.
ASAP. Different
Rocky.
meaning of the word, apparently. Usually means as soon as possible.
No, that's all signs are possible.
All signs.
All signs.
Nice. Well, Argentina, working hard towards getting that problem fixed. Tottenham currently just suffering from a slight issue that is underway from being sorted.
Salted.
Salted.
Salted like chips, I
Admins
guess.
sprinkling a little bit of salt on that.
Assaulted.
Assaulted. No, none of that.
The desks looks nice, don't they? Have you seen the HP Omens to the left and right of each desk? They're the computers that the players are actually using at the moment. So if you guys want to get your hands on an OP Omen HP, all you got to do is buy one.
Yep.
And they look quite cool. They're like big boxes. You said it was like an energy core, didn't you?
Yeah, from like a space film, something. Or like a companion cube, possibly.
Ah, yeah, like an evil companion cube, like an enemy cube or something.
Enemy cube.
Yeah, that works. That's got a ring to it.
Glad we'll
Isn't it?
take that one for Portal 3, mate. There you go.
Yeah. So we're unaware, guys, of how much longer this is going to take. Unfortunately. I'm not seeing any tweets of how long this might take. I don't know if they are coming in. Should I have a look?
Answers on a postcard.
Yeah, I really hope that it's not on a postcard because that could take quite a while to come. I mean, you could have forged that.
The delivery for that.
That could definitely be forged. So, Jackie, do you send postcards anymore?
Not really, mate.
You don't send postcards? What do you do if you want to contact your relatives back home?
That'd probably be a good way to get information, though. You don't want to be left
Probably
in the
be quicker.
dark. Yeah,
Quicker
you don't want to be left in the dark.
Yeah, you know what? I actually quite like the dark. I get to just enjoy being myself for once, and not have to pretend.
Right.
Only joking.
Well, this is good.
It is.
I'm enjoying this.
Do you know what else I'm enjoying?
What, mate?
Belgrade. Have you been out in Belgrade? What a great city, eh?
It's actually pretty nice. We went out a few times. It's been good, enjoyable experience. Are you checking the hashtag?
Yeah, I'm just going to have a look.
Have a look, mate. Check it out.
TWC
2016.
2016. That is the year
Right.
that we're in.
He's been tweeting
2016.
in. What have we got here?
Go on, Johnny boy. Go Argentina, says Boginja. 9 minutes, says Twill. So it could be 9 minutes.
That's pretty accurate. I
Yeah.
feel like that's...
Willie says, congrats. Amazing tournaments. Greetings from Paraguay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to that guy.
Yeah. So if you guys want to be featured on the stream... Oh, I was on top tweets. I shouldn't have been on top tweets, should I?
All tweets, no. What have
Good
you got
luck,
here?
Denmark, says Freeze.
Nice.
Come on, Argentina, says Luca. Enjoying tech pause, says Sima. We are also. And last one, but definitely not least, is going to be Mr. LightDead02, says it's going to be in 10 minutes. But that is not the correct format. You have to put the actual time. We're going to restart. So we're going to go to a quick break, guys, and let those tweets flow in. Because if you get the right time, you're getting a free energy drink, Jackie. The person I choose. Because I'll go find you. I'll have a tweet at you. But guys, we're going to go to a quick break. So we will see you right after this. You can go somewhere if you want something to eat, but don't go anywhere else.
Everybody in Serbia! Exit Festival! Warriors dead! Poison! Poison! Rhythm! Rhythm! Venom! Venom! I got the poison! I got the remedy! I got the pulsating rhythmical! I got the poison! I got the remedy! I got it! Can I hear ya? I got the pulsating rhythmical! I got the... You got that! We got that!
Hello and welcome back to the Razor Rising Stars League, where 46 teams from 4 different regions go head-to-head in 250 matches and 500 hours of live studio broadcast entertainment, with a chance to win a combined prize pool of over $50,000. So make sure to join us live in the e-frag studios at azubu.tv/efragtv, and for more information go to rsl.e-frag.net.
Located in South America, Argentina is a plain rising from the Atlantic to the Chilean border and the towering Andes peaks. Argentina is also bordered by Bolivia and Paraguay on the north and by Uruguay and Brazil on the east. Argentina has one of the most beautiful landmarks, the largest waterfall system in the world, Iguazu Falls. Buenos Aires is the capital and the largest city of Argentina. The meaning of Buenos Aires is clean or good air. It's a top tourist destination and is known for its preserved Spanish and European-style architecture and rich cultural life. One of the icons and national historic monuments is Obelisco de Buenos Aires, or Obelisk of Buenos Aires. 157 workers built the 67.5-meter tall monument in just 31 days, from March 20th till May 23rd of 1936. Argentines are very passionate about sports, especially football. One of the most known football derbies, also known as Super Clasico, takes place in Argentina. Boca Juniors and River Plate have a rivalry that goes on for more than a century now. The first official match was played on August 24, 1913, and since then 358 matches have been played between the two clubs. Talking about rivalries, Argentina and Brazil have it going on pretty much everything, and esports is no exception. When you think about South America, especially Counter-Strike, the first thing that comes to mind is Brazil, with worldwide known teams like MIBR and more recently, SK Gaming.
Argentina, up until now, didn't have as much success as their neighbors. Before 2015, there were many big CSGO LAN tournaments organized in Argentina. There were a lot of small ones, but they were primarily organized by the players themselves and with little to no support from any organization.
But things were about to change when in November 2015, Argentine teams came to an agreement with well-known organizations from Brazil like Games Academy and Gamers Club.
This made it possible for Argentines to compete in a more professional environment. For the first time, they took part in some better-known tournaments in South America, like Max 5 Invitational, Gamers Academy LAN Cup, and many others.
Finally, the Argentinian Counter-Strike scene was growing. Players started putting more effort into the game that brought a lot of new sponsors and organizations into the region.
Two of the best teams in Argentina, 2Kill Gaming and Furious Gaming, took part in the Razer Rising Stars League South American Division. They didn't have much success against 6 other opponents coming from Brazil. They finished at the 6th and the 7th place, respectively.
But Argentina got their revenge in the World Championship South American qualifier.
Interestingly enough, Argentina had their own competition organized by Bracken.net to determine the squad that is going to represent their country in the TWC qualifier.
More than 150 players applied and 4 captains were determined. One of them, Jonathan Munoz, aka Johnny Boy, assembled a winning squad. Nabil NBL Awela, Thomas Tommy Gardia, Matias Tutan Canel, Noel Straka Vasquez.
Argentina started its TWC qualifier run in the semifinals against Peru. That best-of-3 matchup went the full distance, with Argentina coming on top, carried by some huge plays made by Tommy.
The grand final against Brazil was booked. Everyone saw Brazil as the favorite.
In the pre-game show, I honestly thought that Brazil has the upper hand coming into this matchup, but as the match started, you could see the passion and will to win coming out of Argentines. That's when I said to myself, these guys definitely deserve the spot at the LAN finals.
After 4 grueling maps, one of which ended in overtime, Argentina managed to pull through and win 3-1. All the effort and hard work the players had put in had finally paid off.
No puedo creer, gente. Estoy feliz. Cumplí otro sueño. No voy a salir con los chicos, la verdad que no lo puedo creer. Lo busqué mucho. Les juro que este viaje a Europa lo busqué muchos años. Gracias a todos por el aguante. Y espero que sigamos representando bien y que hayan estado contentos. Gracias.
You don't usually see this much emotion in esports. It just shows you how much effort he put into it, how badly he wanted this chance to proudly represent Argentina on the big stage. Simply incredible.
Argentina will be battling out in Belgrade for the share of $100,000 and, more importantly, for national pride on the global stage.
Personally, I didn't have any expectations against France because we know that they're a country that holds really strong players, but I guess we just played our best and we had fun playing, and yeah, it was enough to qualify, so we were really happy about that.
Well, I guess I don't know. I actually believe Denmark, Sweden and France was the favorites to move on. France got a weird way here, I guess, but I believe that France, Denmark and Sweden, if everyone played with the strongest lineups, would be the favorites. I guess you could argue that if Poland, Ukraine and Russia also got some really, really strong players, if they put up the strongest lineup, but I mean, tournaments can sometimes interfere with that.
I think so, yeah. I think there is a couple of good teams and then some teams I didn't hear about before. I think the Turkey lineup is like really strong, and I heard they have been boot camping for 2 weeks to this event, so I think that is gonna be a big task for us. Then we have the France and Sweden and Canadian guys, so there's a lot of good teams, but I believe we can win it all.
Yes, I would say I feel I'm representing the country, the national pride. Whereas Rogue, I'm just representing myself and my team. But definitely representing your country is something else.
Like, national team is a big thing. A lot of countries love to sit at home and watch their team, even though they might not be the one who's contending for the title. Them making a potential upset or just having those star players finally being alongside some of the other players is just great. So I mean, I think like it has a special. It's just special to play in these kind of environments, and it has something that I think is great for CS, and I hope that it's going to continue.
Peru, we thought we could win easily, and it won that way. And Brazil, it was like a 50-50 because we didn't know the roster quite well. But I think we had a better team play. We knew each other a lot from other teams we had in the past, and I think that was what made us win.
We felt confident against Peru because we played them before, so we knew we had a equal level or better, and so we were confident there. But of course, the lag with the servers, the ping, those problems. But we finally won. So then against Brazil, we knew it was gonna be hard when we saw the roster and we saw that there weren't any excellent players like the best from Brazil, Fallen, or or the best even from Gex, like Steel, Power. We saw that we could stand a chance. So yeah, we were also confident. Like we were not so much, but we knew we could do it. So yeah.
Well, we had 2 players from one team, 2 from another, and Johnny Boy didn't have a team. So we decided to, as it was such a big tournament for us, to quit all our teams or gave them a break to practice the last 3 or 4 weeks so we could fully practice for this event and try to level with the best in the world.
We kind of don't know because of course, we haven't played before, like with teams like this, like players like Canada, for example, or Sweden, France, Denmark. We haven't had that experience against those kind of players, so we don't know how our level stands against their level. But we're gonna see. I think the group stage, the format is gonna help us see how we're gonna perform, and maybe if we win, we are going to be more confident in the quarterfinals.
Well, I mean, of course, they should be better than us, and we are coming as an underdog, but we don't know it until we play against them, because we never did. We just played against South American teams, so we just don't know. We have a lot of confidence in us, and until we don't play against them, we won't know.
Welcome back, everyone. Denmark versus Argentina. We're finally back in the action. We're very sorry about that, but we're sure Argentina are going to make it up to you.
Oh, absolutely. This should be a show to watch. Johnny Boy back onto the AWP, head armour across the board. And Argentina are coming back into this one, swinging this. I had some time to think about what's going on and some time to reconnect their team speaks. So let's see. Valdi this time going for the peak. Oh, Johnny Boy so close to finding the kill there. It is an inch off, if even an inch, Jackie. But this is too close for comfort as Argentina want to take themselves a 5th round into this and even the score back out after this, taking themselves a 4-0 lead in the early game.
Yeah, seems like they're playing 1-1-3 right now. They've just got that one player holding mid. They're going to get Johnny Boy on top of the boost as well, so we can try and find an opening frag with that AWP. This is a whole lot better. You can see him holding their ground in the first few moments of the round.
Yeah, so moving into the middle area, it's going to be Johnny Boy going for the kill. There is Snappy, of course, in vent, and he's going to be spotted and murdered as Johnny Boy will take him down to the opening frag going the way of Argentina. Now they have to convert that into a round, which is much easier said than done as Valdi takes down Johnny Boy, trading that frag back out over towards a main, and that's going to be a real hit for Argentina, but they have to stay in this one. They still have the advantage in a 4 versus 4. Only problem is Cadian is on the AWP, alone on the B-bomb site. There are 2 players heading his way. He can go his own way, Jackie, but at the end of the day, he has to face the music.
It's true indeed. MVL, he tries to take the fight, goes for a little pre-fire as he just taps around the corner, but won't connect onto anyone's skull, unfortunately, so far. It's a 4v4, a little bit of a stalemate, but they start to kick it off again. The smoke will go in as they zone out some of the players towards that B-bomb. Like Cadian caught off guard, tagged down to 8 HP. That's not too great. Really not what he wants into this. Needs to try and find that opener where a snapshot comes out onto a Stracker. The backup of his teammate Glace as well. The eye in the sky gets the opener. NBL wants to recover the situation. They have to act fast as time is ticking away. Need to get that bomb planted. A follow-up frag as well. NBL strikes as takes down Glace from the back line. Valdi comes in, headshot. They can't get the bomb down.
So close, yet so far. And NBL going down at the end there. It's absolutely heartbreaking. He goes down after time. He gets no money for that. And NBL must be absolutely heartbroken With the 3K in the round, they came so close, but Denmark take themselves 6 rounds, and it's all thanks to KD on that bomb site, keeping himself alive and keeping them at bay. Even though he gets tagged down, he finds the kill, and he gives his team the opportunity they need to get back in. And then, of course, from upper, just keeping the dream alive, it's Denmark on 6 rounds, and Argentina on 4 as Valdi going aggressive, M4A1S in hand. He may be spotted here. Johnny Boy needs to be very careful. I mean, I would have thought you'd see him earlier, but this is only an eco as Glaive finding himself a kill through the door there. Very impressive stuff. And this round so far seems to be pretty one-sided, Jack.
Yeah, a bit of a bloodbath coming out for Denmark. Good play as well. This is the thing. They want to try and get through this round without a single casualty, and Cadian is able to get that frag off onto Stracker. Nade rolls in as well, knocks Tommy down to 70 HP. Glaive looking hungry for the frags. He tries to take the fight and will get the frag as well. Very easy round for them. If they get through this with no casualties, this is going to be horrific.
Yeah, this is really, really, really good. Oh, there it is. A kill comes in. Tommy finding one with Tech 9 in hand, taking down Cadian. And maybe another one. Glaive going to go down now. He found himself a weapon and he's got armor in hand, so if he can find a little bit more damage, absolutely great stuff for him. And there it is, Tommy. He's now taken it into a 2 versus 1. That's great damage being done by Argentina, and that looked like an absolutely flawless round.
Yeah, I mean, I bet his girlfriend loves how fast he can tap with that Tech 9. Strong fingers.
I'm not responding to you.
You can see him just tapping away. Absolute domination coming back into it. And this is good as well, because this is the thing. It looked like Denmark wouldn't get through that with no casualties, no forced rebuys. Their economy would have been just going mental into that one. So luckily they do some damage. The buys will come back in as well. Full utility across the board. You've also got the AWP out on Johnny Boy. He is that prolific fragger. He's the catalyst. We've seen it in the past, but he needs to bring it out right now. We want full Johnny Boy on the table, and they push in, looking like they're going to try and take the fight. If they don't try and adjust this playstyle and get overwhelmed by Argentina here, the way they've set this up, they can use that smoke off. Block off short. Denmark is close by, but they have the flashbangs to try and push their way out and just overwhelm them. Looks like Valde might get a little bit too confident as well. If he goes through this smoke, he will be punished for this, as he just waits for the meantime right now. Nade goes in, transfers a little bit of damage off on towards Tommy, but it's still not that much to write home about. This is going to be the playmaker though. Flashbang in, goes for the push through the smoke. No one's noticed him. Johnny Boy caught off guard, takes him down. He's allowed to get away as well. They haven't got the trade back.
Yeah, that's an absolute disaster. Johnny Boy going down for free, and already Tommy and Tootin completely tagged up. They needed to get through this smoke almost instantly. He's going to go for the reflash through, and he finds another kill. NBL finally takes him down, but it's too little too late now. 3 versus 4, but he should not be allowed to do that much damage in any situation. The fact that he flashes through that smoke is just insanity. Tootin taking some attention away, forcing Glaive to completely commit to this angle is going to help out, but Tootin just needs to stay alive here. With only 19 HP, a single peak is going to be absolutely detrimental to his cause, and the team will be in trouble. Nice tagging coming through just to make sure Tootin can't get away with anything for free. But the push is coming in from behind. That's going to be Cadian with the AWP. Finally, NBL finds himself a kill, but they need to clear out this bomb site, and NBL just walking forward. Absolutely no spatial awareness. It's going to cost him dearly, and the AWP of Stracker not going to get anything done as Cadian takes him down. It's 8-4, and Argentina are falling behind, Jack.
Yeah. Only redeeming factor, the silver lining is the fact, obviously, they've lost so many rounds in a row now. 8 to be precise, as you were saying. They have that lose bonus. They can keep getting these weapons out over and over again, rinse and repeat, but they just can't do anything. They're stuck on that spin cycle, Sonny. They need to stop, get out, and start drying these clothes.
Oh yeah, these clothes are wet, and they're starting to smell somewhat. So Argentina need to get that air freshener out. They need to redo the laundry and just get back into this one, because, I mean, the last thing you want in a game of Counter-Strike is smelly clothes as the push comes fast. This time, straight out onto that bomb site. Valde going to get himself one, and the flash is perfect. Glaive follows it up onto Tootin, and the AWP in position now. All they have to do is find the frags. NBL finally gets one back in return, and nobody on the side to defend. The smoke comes in, so maybe an opportunity, but the nade throws through. I thought there was going to be a double nade there, but Tommy is going to be the only victim. It's going to be 2 versus 4, and this is a tough one. NBL finds one, but keeps himself alive, which is important. Both players with so little HP, they're basically pieces of paper at this point. It's all on to Strucker. He does find himself 1 kill, but any peek is going to take him down. Although maybe he finds the kill, but he's looking the wrong way, and Glaive has the opportunity. He spots him out. He's still alive on 2 HP here, and Strucker so close, yet so far. The bomb is going to be defused if Glaive can find it at some point, and there it is. Going to be taking that defuse in, Jackie, and it's going to be 9-4. Argentina need to take these last 2 rounds, or this is going to be disastrous. This is 8 rounds in a row. Make that 9 for Denmark.
Yeah, dominant play coming out from Denmark right now. You know, they lost those first few rounds, and after that, that was it. The switch was flipped up. They went into overdrive, firing from all cylinders round after round. So consistent. You can see they're really riled up. They don't want to allow Argentina to get into that confidence zone where they start to get the energy behind them. This is when they perform. When Argentina get onto even the smallest of rolls, they just get so much power from it and really look strong. Whereas Denmark, they're back in the driving seat now. Denmark just going for these aggressive plays. Cadian, we're used to seeing this. We know he can be flamboyant, and he's back, just trying to take the fight wherever he wants it. Stracker will retaliate, finds a frag on towards Snappy, wants to stop this CT defense coming out. MBL as well, trying his hardest, his absolute damnedest to take down Valdi, but he can't kill him.
Yeah, it's going to be Valdi taking MBL in A main, clearing that position out. But Teehee, I just said Teehee, I meant Tooten, takes himself a frag in Squeaky, and so this is getting close, but Stracker, caught off guard, is going to be taken down, and a 3 versus 2 is now in session. And the court, Jackie, they decided that Argentina are guilty of being fraggers. So Denmark are going to have to execute the punishment as the A site attack will come in. But it's Cadian holding down the fort. AWP in hand. There will be a smoke going through and a flash to follow, giving them an opportunity to get out here. And Cadian has to fall back somewhat. He's got some support. But the boost is coming out. This is sneaky, but they know Cadian somehow aware of that. He's going to take down Tooten. And it's all on Johnny Boy now. 1 versus 3, and Glace will take him down. And this half is not looking good for Argentina anymore. This is going downhill faster than a soapbox with very oily wheels.
Yeah, this is just so hard for them to keep stuck on. You know, they're trying to grip on, but it's like they're climbing up a greasy pole. And it just fundamentally doesn't work.
Nope. It's like trying to drink through a straw with holes in it.
Well, usually they have one at the top of the bottom. That's how the liquid goes through, mate.
You got me. I meant more than one hole, Jackie, evidently. Cadian going to be trying to open this one up, but he's not going to get anything out of it. The shoulder peak comes in, but it's not going to be enough. NBL this time finally trying to punish, but Valdi still gets the frag. Every time, Valdi is just dominating them in A main. There's nothing they're doing about it. Valdi is single-handedly winning this game for his team alongside Cadian just by being aggressive and winning each and every time, and Argentina do not have a reply.
Yeah, they really can't deal with it. Cadian as well, he's in this power position. He spots out Stracker, can just hold the angle now. The peak coming in, will go for the pot shot, can't quite connect just yet, but they've already done the hard part. Valdi allowed to get those first 2 frags and still live, not even punished at all. Just a slight scrape, a sliver of health has been taken off from him. You can see the aggression with the backup of his teammate as well. There is 2 players there, he's not aware of that. Wouldn't have heard that audio cue, the footstep just yet, but he's holding his ground, hoping the peak will come in. Tommy, it's going to be a bit of crossfire, and he just finds the shot, actually takes down the Galil of all weapons. Glaive trying to fight back, but he is able to get fragged. Tommy on a bit of a roll right now, equalizes the situation. A 3 versus 3, but there's no utility left. They actually grabbed some stuff off of the fallen CTs. They have that smoke and the flashbang. That's essentially all they needed. They can smoke out now, and look at that. They've lampooned the CTs, Sonny. They played mind games.
Yeah, this is an absolute goofage. As the push doesn't come in, it's going to be Stracker getting wrecked in mid by Snappy, flying through the air, and somehow that kill goes the way of Denmark, but it's all been a double goof. They're coming through the checkers area and hoping to get the jump off on Glace, but Cadian is too wise. He's heard the call and he's given it to Glace, but Tommy is still going, fragging like mad. Cadian already in position with the AWP, but nothing is going to come towards him, so the bomb's going to be going down with 10 seconds remaining. And finally, Argentina with another opportunity to win this game for the team, but it's a bit of a slow plant. Tooten is on his own in that bomb site. Tommy finds himself a frag, but Cadian going down means it's a 1 versus 1. Snappy has a kit to play with. Tommy, what a shot and the ace to finish the half! What is that, Tommy?
Absolutely mental. Just such passion in there. Absolutely dominating frags as he worked his way through. Picks up the ace to win the round with the sickest snapshot I've seen in a while. Argentina, they're going to feel confident with that final round.
I'm pretty confident with that final round. But as you say, Jackie, they're very, very strong on that CT side. This is when we need to see them come alive. They've got a 10-5 scoreline. But, I mean, I feel like the crowd needs to help them, guys. If you want to help Argentina win, you need to make some noise. You need to clap your hands, stamp your feet, shout their names. And let's get some Argentina hype going on right now, guys. Come on!
Yeah, they need that power behind them. They feed off the crowd, and you guys being such a great bunch, really getting them riled up for this one. It's fantastic, and you can only see them getting more and more into the game here, Sonny.
Yep, I'm just so excited for this next half. We need to see Argentina come alive. But Denmark so far have absolutely proved why they are the favourites coming into this. They've shown that they have the skill. They've shown, I mean, this clip alone, Valdi, every round the same thing. And Johnny Boy trying to do something, but what can you do when Valdi's just wrecking you every single time? You can see where there's a smiley face at the end of his name, because all he's doing is smiling at all the frags he's getting. Playing retake over towards that A-bomb site. It's going to be NBL on the kit. Let's see if this is going to work out.
Yeah, the push coming out towards the site. They have smokes to work with. I thought this might have been actually a bit of a door burst. Yeah, that's what they're going to go for. They can flashbang out, charge their way out onto the scene of the crime and see what they can achieve. Johnny Boy is the only one there, tapping away. Gets an awful lot of information from this. Can just go for the read here and wait for his teammates to rotate over. This needs to be that group retake. They have the one smoke over on NBL and the kit, as you were saying. That's so important that he's able to stay alive into this. But the first frag will come out. Stracker does the damage. An important opener as he takes down Glaive. They're going to be a little bit, confused off the back of that one. It's an abysmal play as Glaze tries to peek out as well. Tank down to just 70 HP. This is looking good so far for Argentina. They can take their time with this and start to encroach on the site, but not when Snappy fires back, capitalizing into the backline as he fights from mid. Takes down Tommy Boy. Johnny Boy will respond though. Here comes Snappy with the opener on towards NBL as well. Into that 3 versus 3. Look how low everyone in Argentina is, but it doesn't matter. Let's do an end with a double. Johnny Boy for the final frag with the USB onto Snappy, and they get the opener.
The absolute key point there was how slow Denmark planted that bomb. If they had planted when they got onto the site, there was an absolute chance of them winning that and taking this game straight out of the hands of Argentina, but they do not allow it. Argentina bounce back, get in there, get that kit to work, and they find themselves the round, Jackie. And that is an incredible way to start a half. The pistol round of the bag, but now they need to keep going. They are going to get this free round off Denmark, so it is going to be 7-10, but after that the rifles are going to be out. This is going to be a very, very difficult half to win.
Everyone was below 50 HP on the side of Argentina. They went for that push and all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, go crazy and shut down Denmark. Fantastic to see. Denmark as well, looking broken into the following round due to how the economy works. So it's going to be a little bit awkward for them. It will be a 2-3 appears. Once again, going for that door burst. They know they can get A control fairly quickly, but with Johnny Boy playing on the close angle with the backup of his teammate as well here, they should be able to defend this. Johnny Boy gets the opener, and here, as you would expect, they just rattle their way through. Don't allow Denmark to achieve anything. This is great. If they don't take any casualties here, and don't allow Denmark to get the bomb plant, this is going to set them up for a great second half.
Absolutely, and NBL finding KD in there in mid. They don't lose a single player, not one, Jackie. Not a single man goes down, and with limited utility usage, this is exactly what Argentina need. Normally when they're getting beaten, it's because their economy isn't strong enough. They're not keeping the money on the board. They're not getting Johnny Boy up on that AWP. And when they do get him on the AWP, he's already lost the confidence. He hasn't lost it. It's not left in the loft. I mean, this is the perfect start for Argentina. It couldn't have been better if they asked for it. And Argentina really have every tool on their belt right now if they want to go ahead and win this game. You know, the last tool they need is, Jackie, they need the rounds to win it. That is the only thing left in their way.
It's very true indeed. Look at this mid-aggression coming out here. Denmark, they're going to play off the back of this. They know how Argentina like to play it with the aggressive A retake style later on into the round. So they're just going to capitalize on mid-control. It's vastly open right now. They can walk in. There's basically a welcome mat down. Argentina need to be switched on about this. They've heard that vent break, and there is going to be someone waiting in there. It's going to be a little bit of a surprise later on into the round from Valdi as he pops out, tries to say hello. Will actually get the opening frag as well. Takes down Tommy as he slays him with the AK. Makes Stracker hit the DECK as he keeps on rolling.
Yeah, this is not over. Valdi, once again, being an absolute monster. Is he going to be able to get any more for his trouble? It's going to be Snappy taking down NBL, and Tootin can't do anything either. And this round is an absolute domination. It's only Johnny Boy finds himself the first kill. That's the bomb planted down. But he's being flanked from every single angle on this map, and Glaive with one click will take his head off. And that is Argentina back down, and Denmark onto 11 rounds. They are looking very strong, but the money is just about strong enough for Argentina. However, I do expect them to go for the ego here. They can take a round loss, but they need to get that AWP out.
And that was just classic Valde on display there. He's been so key for Denmark's attacks towards sites. He's just been that frontline infantry. Time in, time out, getting that opening frag, and 9 times out of 10 also getting the follow-up. Never gets shut down. Argentina just can't get these trades right now, and it's really what's causing them so many issues towards that B-bomb site. Snappy will get shut down this time around. Johnny Boy was able to find it within himself, recovers from that recoil, lands the spray, and will eliminate him. 4 men left standing on Denmark early into the round. They want to try and gain that mid-control once more. Will recover the bomb and try and go for this push, but can they find their way into a site?
Yeah, once again, so important is that early aggression. Where you haven't got the weapons to play with, you need to take the advantage, and that's exactly what Argentina are doing so well right now. 5 versus 3. But Jackie, if someone walks into the site and starts popping heads, it's going to be the same situation as last time. So Argentina have to hold on to this. They've got 2 players over towards that A-bomb site. They've got some mid-control in the name of Johnny the Boy. But he is going to get taken down by Cadian as he is Molotov'd out of position. There's nothing he can do about that as Glaze works his way around. Is he going to be able to spot NBL here? No, just about. So he's going to be able to work his way into this bomb site. Still 3 versus 4, but the mid-split coming through. And only 2 players to defend over on A. It's going to come down to Tootin. Can he find a frag here? He's going to spot other players, so that should call in the rotation at some point. And the man up on high should be getting a kill here, and he will. NBL saves his teammate's life here, who had to move out because of the Molotov. And the frag should be coming in, but it's not going to happen. Valde and KD are both finding themselves kills, and the bomb is going to be going down as the rotate comes through. It's going to be Tommy on the flank. He's going to be getting an engagement almost straight away as Valdi is very close and personal. Strucker somewhat missing there, but it's only 3 HP to play with. Tommy finding one, should find the second, and there it is! Tommy finds the clutch! And it's 8 rounds on the board for Argentina.
Such a good hat-trick coming out there from Tommy as he walked his way in. Retake, just absolutely on point. They were able to walk in, batter down everyone, eliminate the Danish force, and get another round in their bag. And this is just looking like the Argentina we're used to seeing. They're having these small streaks of what we expect from them. They just need to find that consistency, keep this rolling, and punish Denmark.
What I love about Argentina is it doesn't matter how far you knock them down, it doesn't matter how many rounds you take from them, they are always in the game, they're always willing to give you a show to come back into it, and that's exactly what they're giving us right now. They're showing us this isn't over. It's not over until the fat lady sings, Jack, and I see no fat ladies right here in Belgrade.
It's very true indeed. Everyone's looking absolutely fine in the crowd, all you guys out there as well. Everyone seeming ready for some fantastic CS action that's going down. As this push comes in, it will be stumbled for a little bit, going for the slow default. This is what I want to see coming out from Denmark as well. Try and draw off the back of that fast style they were playing early on. Make Argentina believe they're going to keep going for that consistent pushes in towards the site, but just hold it back. You don't need to go overly aggressive. You can just play this 2-1-2, wait for the pushes to come towards you, get those opening frags on towards Argentina, and then go in off the back of that. Argentina, though, going to hold their ground. Smart decision-making as they just lie in wait and hope there will be a push early on.
Of course, there's still an awful lot of work to be done if Argentina want to get themselves back into this. Denmark not on the greatest buy here, but neither team having an AWP is definitely going to work in the favor of Denmark, if nothing else. 11-8, the scores are closing. As you can see in the top right corner, this is the first map of 3 potential maps, which I do expect to see each and every one of. But the smoke's preparing. Is this going to be a fake towards B? Oh, sorry, a fake towards A and then a push onto B, or is it going to be the mid-split to B? It is looking like that. They're going to be smoking off the vents and getting themselves in there. So the rotate should be coming in now. And the utility should be thrown towards that B bomb site. Mid control's been given up and in favor of moving a player over towards B to help out. These smokes somewhat working in the favor, but it's going to be the Molotovs that are moving the CTs out of position. Tommy just dancing around. Strucker literally standing in the smoke in the open. NBL finds the first frag, taken down Snappy. Strucker follows it up. Finally a refrag comes in, but they don't expect Tommy on the bomb site. Finding one is going to get taken down, but it's a 2 versus 1. It's all on Valdi with 9 seconds remaining. He's in the wrong position. He has no time to get this bomb down, and the round is to Argentina.
Yeah, they will be able to pick that one up. Fantastic play. That site defense was on point. They just eliminated everyone that walked in. And Denmark looked a little bit confused. They were entering 1 by 1 there, giving Argentina so many situations where they could find that opening frag.
Yeah, and with only 1 weapon remaining and no money to play with for Valdi, this is going to be potentially an eco unless they want to force up around him and try and force out that 12th round. But Argentina are on 9. They're only 2 rounds off. This is so close. I can almost feel it. Johnny Boy on only a P250 here may have read the buy, but I still don't like it. I know he wants to get that AWP out, but I'm not a big fan of only buying a pistol, because if it comes down to it, it can really let you down and it can hurt your team. But then again, it's Johnny Boy. I've seen him do incredible things. It's going to be Strucker trying to open this one up. Molotov's going to go down. Valdi on only 28 HP. And holding down this bomb site, Argentina are burning their enemies alive as Valdi will go down in the flame. Feeling like Dragon Force. Argentina are opening this one up nicely. Let's see if NBL can follow it with the M4 in hand. He's not going to be able to get away from that death. And so his teammates are going to have to support to make sure that gun doesn't get stolen, which could be absolutely dire. Although there's no armor to play with, so aim punch should be an absolutely massive asset. It's looking like a B split going to be coming through, and there you go. Johnny Boy has recovered himself an M4, trying to tap away. Somehow these bullets not connecting, but finally Glade's going to go down, and he knows there's players going into the vents here. And so Tommy on his own, we saw him do it last round. Can he repeat history and take some frags? Of course he can. There it is. He's going to be able to get Snappy. Luckily, he's got some teammates to do that for him. And Strucker finds the round, and 10 on the board now for Argentina. 1 round away from equalising with Denmark on their CT side. And as you said, this is a CT side team. Denmark only finding 1 round so far in this half.
Yeah, this is good as well. Now, Johnny Boy, because he went for that save, it was risky, but it paid off massively. The AWP can now be donned on him once more, and he is that powerful player. He can be the huge catalyst into the rounds to really lock things down, and it was already looking good. So this should be even better from Argentina in their defense into this one.
Yeah, once again, Denmark's buy is not strong. Valdi only on a Tech 9. We know how much of a power player he's been so far. And Johnny Boy on this AWP should be huge. Going in for the squeaky push, and Valdi is gonzo. That's 1 player down. It may not have been an AK, but it's still a kill. and that's a one-man advantage in the hands of Argentina straight off the bat. There is a refrag looking to be coming through from Glaze. He wants to find himself a little bit more of an advantage here, and it's going to be a very, very close fight, but 2-1 through the smoke! See you later, Glaive! No opportunity for you. Johnny Boy having a bit of trouble with the doors there. You got to pull the handle and pull the door, not push it. It won't help.
Denmark are getting punished right now. Argentina looking good. Johnny Boy just going for the random shot as well, trying to punish Glaze as he sits lonesome, all trapped by himself, waiting for the rest of his teammates. A 3 versus 5 take towards the safe bomb site. When everyone's looking so on point, so crisp from Argentina, this is going to be such a struggle for them to find anything. They will back off, try and regroup, and take that double push towards mid. They need to gain anything they can, and that mid control could be just what they need to try and eliminate this backline of Argentina if they're not switched on about this push from short.
Yeah, absolutely. Tootin in a very vulnerable position here. It's going to be Johnny Boy taking a peek onto Highway, but with a close-up player, it could get really dangerous here. He's not going to be able to be aware, but he gets over the top of Cadian, gets a tag off, and now the Tech-9 comes out, but Glaze finding a kill, leaves it in a 3 versus 2, and Cadian just going super aggressive. Of course, they haven't got the bomb. It's over in mid, and so that's going to be absolute trouble as Cadian works his way into the connector. It's NBL hiding away. He is watching the angle somewhat, but his attention is divided, and that's going to cost him as Cadian takes him down. With only 22 seconds remaining now, this is getting very, very close. Glaze is going to get taken down. It's all on Cadian, but Tommy! Double kill comes through. See you later.
Denmark so close as they went for that. A fantastic play, timed it amazingly, started to rip their way through. Argentina, they were getting into their last leg, their final few days, 1 foot in the grave, and then all of a sudden, a resurgence. They get riled up, they sprout their wings, and they fly straight through that round and take it with ease towards the end. Tommy has been on point. I mean, usually we're talking about Johnny Boy, but Tommy, by far, has been the man of the match for me. So many impact frags tied to him. It is just beautiful to see him popping off. We know he's had it in him, and this is definitely the time they needed to bring it out.
Oh, absolutely. If they needed anything right now, it's Tommy to go absolutely ham, and we have seen that so far. He's done it for his team, he's done it for his country, but there's still more to go. This game is not over. It's only 11-11 while the scores are tied, and Argentina should be able to take the lead here with Tootin. There comes the double kill, and the spray down comes through. Of course, only eco frags, and Glaze did help out a little bit by shooting his teammates. So Tommy taking down Cadian. This round is in the bag so far. There's a little bit of a push coming into mid. NBL. Nice shot onto Valdi, just shutting him down and finding the last frag as well. A crisp little headshot, why not?
Deadly.
Dead now, of course.
Adding flair to that frag on towards Denmark. I mean, wow, this is just fantastic. And what's good about this as well is mentally, Denmark have been struggling throughout the tournament.
Absolutely.
They get themselves in such a great position where they should close out the game, but for some reason, they just can't quite do it time and time again. And this is what Argentina needs to just keep up, shutting them down without them getting anything. You keep winning these rounds so dominantly and with just such flamboyant frags, Denmark are just going to be blaming themselves more and more, and it causes problems.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But the Cadian AWP is now out. He's got that lightning strike back in his hands, and he's going to be seeing if he can do some damage with it. It's going to be NBL opening up, Glaze going down. That's a great frag coming into this one. It's going to give them a massive opportunity as Johnny Boy falls back from the push round he had. No AWP coming out, but he is so good at this. He's like a flying monkey jack. He's like an acrobat, just diving over things, and he finds himself up on the boost. No need for a teammate. He just jumps it, because, I mean, why not, really? If you can, do. That's what I say. And, I mean, he does. So keeping himself up on the boost here. We saw a really interesting round yesterday where they boosted up into Squeaky, and Johnny Boy boosted himself up. It was really clever, and it really worked out versus Sweden. But Johnny Boy up on the boost. He hasn't got any support here, so he has to lie low. That's the one I was looking for. He's going to go for a spray down, finds a kill. The leg shots will do. Valdi getting tagged up, almost getting fragged up. It's 5 versus 3 now, and 13 rounds could be on the board. Perfect nade or not. Not going to throw it, Johnny Boy. Not risking it. Save it for a later date, and save that little cherry to pop.
Nice. As they try and slip their way into the site now, this will be go time for Denmark. They begin to kick things off, but from up top, trying to range death from above as Argentina just rails down an absolute flurry of bullets, trying to stop Denmark in their path as they hold their ground. But here they come now charging in. They get the opening frag. Valdi will take down NBL. Johnny Boy responds with one of his own, and 2. Argentina looking strong on the defense, and it falls to Cadian. AWP in hand, locked and loaded. This man needs to be an absolute sniper right now. Needs to be as crisp as possible. Can't quite land the shot, and from the sideline, Tracker takes him down. Argentina looking so dominant.
Absolutely incredible, and the tactical pause comes out from Denmark. What would you be saying in this situation? Argentina are playing out of their minds right now, hitting every shot, finding kills from nowhere, and just making plays happen for no reason. What can you do when Johnny Boy is hitting shots like that, Jack? I do not understand. Argentina are coming alive right now.
This is mental. They're getting so much energy, thriving from this. Every round they win, it's just a roller coaster of emotions in them, getting them pumped up, and that's being reflected in their gameplay style now. They look timid early on into this game. After they took that first round loss, they looked timid. They looked like they got put in a box by Denmark, but that's gone. They've thrown it out the window. They're locked and loaded, and every round is just domination on domination from Argentina.
Absolutely is. Argentina are coming alive. No matter how far they fall, they always get back up again every single time. And I have never, ever seen this team give up, Jackie. Not once in my life. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if I never saw it, because they're just a team where you can't put them down. You can't lower their morale. You can't lower their esteem. And going into this next round, this is so important for Denmark. They have to come back into this one. Otherwise, they are out of this game.
Yeah, and this is the thing. If Argentina take map 1, they're going to be such a high as they go into that second map. Mid-control is key right now for Denmark, trying to gain control as they work their way through. Glace is allowed to get over towards Maniac, can drop down. No one playing from vents right now from Argentina, though. It's very lax, but Johnny with the opener somehow. Mid is smoked off, went for the elevated boost on top of MBL. Such ingenuity as he gets that opening frag and can just, back off now, work the rest of his teammates as well. Denmark, that is a ridiculously big opening frag.
Oh, that's massive. Johnny Boy, once again, impact frags all over the place. He said in an interview yesterday, I don't care the number of the kills I get, I care how much they matter, and that one matters. Opening this one up after the tactical pause, and already Denmark morality goes down, and what can you do when your morale is damaged like this? It is going to be the mid push coming through, but there's no mid presence from Argentina. Instead, they're going aggressive. They're finding themselves stronger positions, and this may just work out for them. It is going to be an A play coming through, but I mean, there's no clue here for Snappy. How's he going to know anything about this push? And he's going to get taken down, and the retake over towards that A-bomb site should be coming in pretty soon. Valde flashing his way through is going to find himself a kill, as Johnny Boy finds Cadian as well. Low HP on Valde, and only 50 on Glaze. There's very little they can do here against 4 Argentinian players, but they have that bomb down and they have AKs in their hands. Maybe, just maybe, there is a chance they can pop some heads here and come back into this one, but it's not going to be easy. No way for Tommy to get back in, but it's going to be Glace dropping even lower. The flash goes out, but it's ineffective, and Glace walking into the fire. The nade goes through. It's not going to matter because Glace is already dead, and Valde, the last man alive, spotted out and dead! Argentina, 14 rounds, Jackie, in this first map may well go to them!
Look at the pump between everyone as well, thriving off it, round in, round out. They're not giving up, and they are looking so perfect as they just rip their way through. Denmark crushed.
There is so little that Denmark can do right now just because of how well Argentina are playing and how high they are off of this win. Obviously, I don't mean high because they're not on drugs, but I mean they're doing well.
They've got the power behind them, Sonny, and it's just beautiful to see. Denmark as well, the effects of their economy slowly starting to slip away. Sure, you losing so many rounds, you have that loss bonus, but you can't get the AWP out on Cadian, and thus they can't find those opening frags. He needs to be that catalyst for them. He has to go for the flamboyant openers, and when you can't do that, you just get shut down even quicker. And Argentina as well. Johnny Boy on the AWP, back up to his old tricks, walks out, will get the first frag on towards Glaive, says see you later as he tries to keep this rule rolling as well. Push coming in towards B. It is going to be a 3-man attack. Straka is there, has the backup of his teammate over in Tommy as well, and Tommy has been so on point. Straka, you've got to give it to him. This man's looked crisp as well as they try and tiptoe their way in. AK-47 in hand, will force their hand as he throws out the Molotov, tries to block them off for a few seconds. Denmark looking a little bit spooked right now, Sonny.
Yeah. With NBL finding his way up on high with that AK in hand. He's been as crisp as you like, Jackie. We ordered a packet of crisps earlier, but we had to go to a different till to get them, so we didn't bother. 4 versus 5. And Denmark are on the brink of extinction as they may be facing match point up against Argentina. Definitely the underdogs. If Straka finds one, goes to the second, but he can't follow it. Tommy! 2 kill comes in, and it's only Snappy now to stop match point. What can he do? The bomb out of his control. There's plenty of time, but is there plenty of skill? I don't know, he's got the flank coming in too, and from behind takes him down. It's NBL to close it out. Match point on the board.
Oh my God, Argentina are doing it. And just look at the difference. Denmark looking crushed, looking defeated. They can't get any of that fire back into them, whereas Argentina just round after round, getting more and more power behind them, stronger every time. And this could very well be it. This could be them shutting it out, taking cash with a 16-11 scoreline. If they're able to claim this round, Sonny, this would be just absolutely mind-blowing. The underdogs coming their way in. Exactly, Argentina's finally proving that they have the scene, they have the mentality, they want to do this, and they're taking the fight. Johnny Boy once again in towards Squeak. He gets the opener. Hello! Takes down Glaive. Unfortunately, got no way! Johnny with the flip takes down Snappy, kicked him out of the arena. See you later.
That is insane. Johnny Boy, the star potential is insane. 2 and can't quite find the frag, but it doesn't matter. 4 versus 3. The Molotov goes down to stop this push, and Johnny Boy once more, he finds the tag. And Glaze on only 19 HP. They're falling back. They are getting the hell out of Dodge. But where do they go? Everywhere they go, they get shut down. And Argentina, the comeback of a lifetime. 10 rounds ago, if you ask me who's going to win, I'd say Denmark. Right now, this series is looking dangerous. And this final, after this game, could be one of the best I ever watched. Jackie, 15 rounds on the board for Argentina. A one-man advantage with Johnny Boy's low. I don't think he cares about HP. All he cares about is clicking. And he's about to do some more of that. 3 players on the bomb site. Johnny Boy holding down with the AWP in hand, and Tommy waiting for the kill to come through. KDM pushes onto his position. Glaze finally finds a kill onto NBL, but Tommy's still playing close. It's a 3 versus 3, and KDM finds himself another frag. They want to be in this game, but Strucker from behind. There it is, the kill comes in, and it's a 2 versus 2. Johnny Boy on the AWP. Very, very low HP, but as soon as this smoke fades, it's going to be Glaze in the firing line. Johnny, his X-ray vision is turned on. He may not be aware of it, but this could be close. The nade goes in. Glaze gets killed, and it's all on Cadian. 1 versus 2. And this bomb is not in the greatest position. He's going to have to go for the kill right now. And he's been spotted! Argentina! They've done it, Jackie!
Argentina pick it up. I mean, look at them. Every round so dominant. Give it up for Argentina. Johnny Boy wants it, deserves it. And oh my goodness.
I do not believe what I am seeing. This is one of the greatest games of Counter-Strike I have ever seen. And Jackie, how does that shirt feel?
Unfortunately for Denmark, I'm a little bit upset, but I can see you're happy, mate. I mean, can somebody order me up an Argentina jersey? Because I definitely need one after this performance.
I think we all need a bit of a break, guys. So we're going to be about 5 minutes. Go get a drink, get a pillow, cushion yourselves. This next game is going to be insane. Do not miss it. We'll see you after this.